Now, since we're talking about that, have you ever dimmed your light to keep others comfortable?
Yes.
Let's talk about
Believe it or not, I used to be...
Unpack it.
Huh?
Unpack it.
I used to be a people pleaser. I used to want to have friends to the point where I would say yes to things that I wouldn't want to do. Let's say you asked me for a ride and I got plans, I would still do it. It was hard for me to tell people no. I used to feel uncomfortable looking pretty. I know this sounds crazy, but I used to feel so uncomfortable, especially like some of my family dynamics. You know what I mean? They would make you feel like, who the fuck, excuse my French, who the hell you think you are type vibe. And that feeling is not comfortable. You know what I mean? Like if you try to be great, you know what I mean? And you want to look a certain kind of way and, it's like, there was a point I didn't even think I was pretty. Like, it was a point where I used to feel like you would shy away from those things to make other people feel comfortable in friendships, in relationships, as well as in circles, like friendship circles, in work. So to answer your question, yes, many times and probably too many times until I got to the point where it was like, I can't help who I am and I like feeling this way. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, you're not supposed to be around me. But yes, I have definitely dimmed my light for years upon years. I remember one time I was looking on my Facebook memories and I had this freaking wig on that was so ugly. And I don't know why I put it on, but when I went back to that moment, I remember I was in a relationship and he was overly jealous and I was going away. He wasn't going and I didn't want him to feel like I was going there to be like attracting anything outside of our relationship. See how crazy that sounds? But that's really why I wore that ugly, rusty, dusty. I wish I had a picture. I should send it to y'all so y'all can add it in there. But it was such an ugly wig. And when I looked back and looked at it, like, why am I wearing this? Why am I dressed? Like, even my outfits, I don't dress like that. You know what I mean? But it was to make out my intention was to try to make this person feel comfortable about me leaving for a girls trip. Or it wasn't a girls trip. It was actually a football trip. And so like looking back on that moment, it's like, damn, that's where we go back to the other question. Yeah. Do I want to be in a relationship to the point where I have to do all of these things to make you feel comfortable? Or do I rather just be alone so I can just be me? You know what I mean? And so that's one of the times where I definitely have experienced that.